Hey guys, Skyheart here. Just giving you a behind the scenes look before I leave on vacation. So, yep, here it goes. First off, I think I need to give a huge shout out to Fuquay Arts, who pretty much saved my movie. Another week of searching for voice actors and I would have canceled the movie. So, yeah, he filled in for my friend who moved to Michigan, and he found someone to play Patil for me, so thanks, Jack. I owe you one big time. The movie started, again, with just some random research, and I came across the name Quetzalcoatl. And I started looking into him, and it was a pretty cool legend, but I won't go into details, because those details were R-rated, so to speak. But, I was looking through it, and I thought that I had to get Johnny to do something with this. So I kept doing some research, and I discovered that his bird was the Quetzal bird. And I noticed that Achu's headdress, the feathers on it, were very similar to that of a Quetzal bird. And from there, the gears started going, and before long I had my story. Research to be done with this was, of course, about Quetzalcoatl. I also did some on scorpions. I did not like that part. I hate scorpions. Yeah. Anyway. I also did research on jungle and herb plants and of the Aztecs in general. And the Aztecs were actually really interesting. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to put in all the facts that I found. The only fact I was really able to put in was the part about their shadows reflecting into the water. But yeah. Patil is in fact an actual Aztec name. It means medicine. Anyway, so I started putting the script together, and a few problems came up, as always. First problem that came up was the first part was way too short. My limit is 5 minutes for one section of a movie. I had to add something in, so I decided to very quickly film and record a scene where Johnny calls Pippin late at night to tell her Dr. Kilroy was shot. And it was pretty much just to get the story going and to get the idea that neither of them knew what was going on. It kind of turned it into a small mystery at the beginning, which unfortunately gets solved way too quickly, but heck, I'm no good with mysteries anyway. The second problem that came up was my usual movie maker broke down. Luckily, my brother had another one that he was trying to get me to use anyway. I really liked my old one a lot better. This new one is really complicated, and for someone like me who is, well, yeah, the background of my YouTube page should tell you, but it made it very difficult, and I had to take a lot of lessons from my little brother. I'm glad he was so patient with me. Anyway, so yeah, after all that happened, we finally got the movie together. A lot of parts that usually are a problem were actually much easier this time. Special effects were actually very easy because there weren't very many. The hardest part was the bridge because it had to be elevated in order to make the bridge go down all the way instead of just turning into a slide. So I had to elevate it on a box, which is why the camera moves so much when he's climbing back up, because I was holding the camera between my legs instead of on the beanbag. Sorry about that. Guess that's about it. So hope to see you next time in my next big movie, Alpha Team and the Machine of Fear. Till then, stay strong, Do your best, be yourself, and hang on tight. Things are always better in the end. And if they aren't better, it's not the end. Later!